both in China to the Brooklyn Nets. It was a horrendous offensive showing by the Lakers in Shenzhen in their last game. Here is the starting lineup. Yeah, again, 5 of the key Laker rotational players, including LeBron and AD, not playing tonight. KCP, our first look at Jared Dudley. Dwight, who got a pretty good reaction from this crowd when he was introduced. Zach Norvell, the rookie, and of course Alex Caruso. The Caruso makes his appearance back here at Staples Center. For the Warriors, they're trying to find a starting lineup with Durant and others moving on and Clay hurt. The surprise of the entire camp has been Marquise Chris. They thought he was an outside shot just to make the team. Now he's got the inside track to start when the regular season gets going next week. Mike Trudell, speaking of starting lineups, what's the mindset that Frank Vogel puts into starting these preseason games?
Yeah, well, don't pay too much attention, Bill, to this one. Tonight, as you mentioned, of course, none of these guys likely to be in the starting lineup. But I asked Frank Vogel, looking at those first 3 games, what did he see? What is he looking for when the regular season starts? And he said the defense stood out to him the most. A lot of times at this point of the year, defenses are a little bit ahead of where the offenses are. He does feel like they've been giving him good effort, whoever he has had on the floor. And it seems like 4 spots, Bill and Stu, are pretty clear at this point. Danny Green, LeBron and AD, of course, and then JaVale McGee, who's played really well at the center spot. And then he's rotated, whether it's been Avery Bradley or Rajon Rondo, and we still have yet to see Quinn Cook because of a sore calf. So in essence, a lot still to be uncovered, but we still have a pretty good idea at least what the starting lineup's going to look like come that Clipper game next week.
And by the way, DeMarcus Cousins in the building and on the bench right now, sitting next to LeBron. So Boogie, who of course is out for the year, the former Warrior, he will be with his teammates here tonight. Steph Curry, 40 points. Stu, you know that tied his career preseason high. I know you are just thrilled with that number. That's courtesy of Raymond Ritter. Here's a 3 on the way. Jordan Poole, he'll shoot a lot of those. He's already proven himself that he could be a capable scorer in this league.
Oh yeah, he's really impressed in the first game, as did Norvell. Norvell knocks down his first from long distance.
Zach Norvell Jr. from Gonzaga, went undrafted. The 21-year-old really shined during the summer league for the Lakers. Steph will play about 25 minutes, they think, tonight. And here he is, down the middle he goes, and they take it away, Jared Dudley. Now to KCP, and the Lakers have their second possession. Jared Dudley gets a touch. Of course, he's been out with a quad injury. Great locker room guy, too, and he can stretch the floor. Caruso slides in, and we got bodies on the ground, and we've got a whistle, and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lakers. Head coach is brought to you by Buick. There is Frank Vogel, age 46, 4th coach since the Lakers last made the playoffs. Steve Kerr, 54 years of age, and his 10, count them, 10 assistant coaches alongside.
You say count them?
I don't know where they're going to seat him. Underneath, good pass to Dwight, and he is fouled, and he'll shoot free throws.
Well, he'll go to the line. This is an area where throughout his career he's had some difficulties. So he'll get his first attempts from the free throw line on a nice setup off the screen. He was fouled.
Yeah, we talked about KCP too, Stu, the other night, and incentive-wise, they want him to play defense and dish the basketball. They know he can score, and it's the other parts of the game that they really want him to try to improve upon. There he is. DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie, already having some fun on the end of the bench. Of course, if he does come back, it would not be until the playoffs, and that's a big if.
One unlucky young man.
Yeah. That one is banked in by Dwight. And it counts just the same. Yeah. Looks like that emoji when he was putting his arms in the air.
There he goes, 2 for 2 from the line.
Curry lets it go. Remember, he had the first shot ever at Chase Center. It was about a 40-foot air ball.
I don't know if I want to call that a shot, what he did.
he wanted so bad to be the first one to score in that building. And he just threw one up, literally just came across half court.
You're right. I mean, as good a shooter as he is from anywhere, that one, though, was that took me by surprise.
Steph went 6 for 9 in the game against the T-Wolves. That was a high-scoring game the other night against Minnesota. They scored over 140, gave up over 130. There's a 3 by Dudley, going to glance off the rim and chased down by Poole, the rookie. The 28th pick in the draft, went to Michigan for a couple of years. Stolen away by Caruso. Quickly, the Lakers will run. And now, after a bit of a fumble, they'll slow things up.
It's so important to see the basketball defensively. That's the only reason why Caruso got that steal as Dwight Howard steps on the baseline.
That's something we saw from Alex that last couple of months of the season when he had plenty of playing time and definitely earned his way back onto this squad. He did so many things well and had that great chemistry with LeBron. Look at this quick touch pass to Curry, and he knocks it down mid-range.
He is so good at relocating. He'll pass the ball and he'll relocate to a spot and they get him the basketball.
KCP, the lob from Alex Caruso.
That should not have been a successful pass. They had two defenders there with him. Neither one of them really jumped to try to contest that play.
7-2 Lakers. Just getting started here at Staples Center. Same two teams Wednesday here and Friday in San Francisco, and that'll be that for the preseason. Little bump by Caldwell Pope.
Another look at that lob as KCP goes up and the two defenders stay grounded. Give the assist to Caruso. Nice looking play though.
Tell you what, Alex had one of those nights shooting in China and Shenzhen. Was 1 for 13 in the last game, 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. Pass over to Poole. Never met a shot that he didn't like. Really, he will fire it up, and he's going to gobble up some of those Klay Thompson minutes that are available. Here's Marquise Chris going to the basket, and he's fouled by Caruso.
They're going to need a number of people to make up for the loss of Klay Thompson.
And Klay could be back after the All-Star break at some point, but again, there's a lot of conjecture about that. And we have the best source of all, Michael Thompson, with us all season long, and Michael not really sure what the timetable will be. How about this guy right here, Marquise Chris?
I think he's a good addition for the Warriors. He can be a physical presence. He's also has the ability to stretch the floor a bit.
Fourth team, fourth year, and really developed not the best of reputations, just as far as the work ethic is concerned, but coming to this organization seems to have inspired him. Caldwell Pope for three, going to be short, and Chris has got the rebound. In about 3 minutes.
Those are the kind of shots, though, once the season starts, that the Lakers are going to have to really hit on a consistent basis. With KCP does a good job of moving his feet, getting in front of Glenn Robinson the third or second.
The third.
This is the third.
Yeah, it's the third.
It's the third.
Glenn Robinson, of course, father, one of the great NBA players, really can shoot the basketball. Robinson has a chance and probably will start the season in the 3 spot for Golden State. Shake and bake for Caruso. Trying to force it into Howard. That's knocked out of bounds by Golden State. 5 on the shot clock.
One more dribble by Caruso, and he either would have had a layup or he'd have had a better angle to make that pass to Dwight Howard.
Lakers won the game back on October 5th, 123-101. You might recall that's when AD had an unbelievable beginning, had 5 dunks in the first quarter. Norvell, air ball, and the shot clock's going to run out. Caldwell Pope, he kind of knew it, but it was too late.
I don't think he knew it.
Until he heard the buzzer?
Yeah, until he heard the buzzer.
That's a turnover. Lakers have had over 20 turnovers the last couple of games, but that's not surprising in the preseason. Folks in the truck think it might have grazed the rim, but we're going with the 24-second violation here in preseason. Good fake on its way, little 10-footer, weak side rebound. Howard.
Well, sometimes those uncontested 10-footers can be the hardest shots in the game.
Caruso trying to force his way to the rim. Here come the Warriors. They'll break. Curry, stop and pop. On its way. In and out. No. The rebound to Jared Dudley.
That's one of the things that makes Steph so difficult to defend. I mean, off the dribble, he'll stop from 30 feet, and then he has such good handles, he'll just take you to the rim at will.
Dwight throws it off the fingertips of KCP. As you can see, and you'll see all season long, everybody will back off on Dwight Howard. Does not have an outside game as far as shooting the basketball. All his damage will be done in and around the rim or on the break. And averaging almost 7 rebounds a game though. Robinson flanks it off the back iron. 7-4 Lakers. Lakers, of course, shot at only 33% the other night. They were 5 for 32 from beyond the arc. Norvell, that would have counted had it have gone, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Good job.
Yeah, offhand.
Yeah, good job of using his body against Chris to make sure he gets contact. and then uses his right hand as a left-hander. Good job of keeping it away. As he's a little upset that he didn't get the basket and the foul, but he will go to the line and shoot two.
Lakers last year in this building, 22-19. They were 15-26 on the road. Of course, you know, because of all the injuries, what happened second half of the season when they went just 19-53, but there's been plenty of turnover. Just 6 players return from last year. Norvell with the free throw. Talked about it before. Lakers second to last in free throw shooting last season, so an area to be improved, hopefully. Terminating the dribble as Curry wanted it back. Chris will cross-court it. There's that good defense by Dudley you were talking about.
Good switch by Dudley.
6 on the clock. Down the middle, attacking Dudley. Rebound, Howard. Lakers look for the break. It's 9-4.
Did you see how Dudley that time contested, but yet didn't commit the foul, had his hands up? That's what you do as a defender. You semi-contest, but you make sure you don't foul.
Traveling, Caldwell Pope. KCP played 35 minutes, believe it or not, in the Shanghai game, which was the first game in China. So they want him to be more consistent in the big games this year. First quarter action here at Staples Center. Preseason game number 4 of 6. Golden State's only playing 5 in the exhibition season. Open, Pascal, formerly of Villanova, won a championship there. Little subdued crowd. Of course, a lot of the stars now playing tonight. Wide open layup missed. Second chance opportunity. Howard gets fouled. He'll shoot free throws when we come back.
Well, he had a couple of defenders out of the play with a little hit fake. So Dwight Howard will go to the line and shoot 2 when we come back with the Lakers up by 5.
Beginning to this game, let's again talk about who's out tonight. This is for the Lakers. Of course, AD and LeBron. Look at all of those. And Kyle Kuzma still waiting, but things look positive for him, but we don't have any kind of definitive word on when we'll see him. And Rondo, Green, Avery Bradley resting. Quinn Cook just told us during the layup line, he's ready to go, wants to play, but he said he's got to practice first. Said he needs a little bit of that first, and hopefully we'll see him Wednesday. Saw Troy Daniels briefly in the first game of the year. There's Kyle Kuzma. He is antsy to get in there.
As I say, you talk about somebody chomping at the bit to play. That's Kuz.
And of course, no Draymond and no D'Angelo Russell tonight. Expect to see them on Wednesday here playing. Steph might take that night off perhaps, and I think everybody will play back up at Chase Center on Friday, at least a little bit. They will open up at home next Thursday, a week from Thursday. The Golden State Warriors really christen their new building. Beautiful place. Here it is, bounced down low. I know the fans up there are thrilled. Curry, he's trying to slip his way through. Blocked by Howard, out of bounds. Get it out of here. Dwight Howard.
A lot of times guys get blocks as secondary defenders. Steph that time had a couple of players in front of him, but that third one he didn't see. There's the block.
Of course, Dwight says he wants to make it right after his first go-around here. That didn't end well at all. Rebound taken by Caruso. Norvell Jr. quickly into the corner. KCP in front of his own bench. Headed by Frank Vogel and staff. And staff too. That one was ripped away by Curry. KCP stayed with it. When did they take it?
Steph Curry.
And here he is. Lob underneath. And the finish by Glenn Robinson. Give the assist to Steph Curry.
That was some good defense. Stayed down, and KCP tried to do a head fake and go up over the top, and Steph with the block.
It's going to be a good three-point threat for them during the year. Of course, no Iggy, no Sean Livingston, no Durant. They have a lot of changes. They're in a transition here too, obviously. Under 6 minutes to play in the quarter. We're halfway through. The triple is going to go out of bounds. Air ball, KCP.
I talked about Steph, and you know about his offense, but boy, 2 good defensive plays ignited the Warrior fast break. He makes the defensive play, and then he gets the assist. So all the credit to that young man right there, Steph Curry.
Yeah, 6-time All-Star, was a back-to-back MVP. In fact, the unanimous MVP back in 2016. Had 354 threes last year, 3rd most in NBA history. But he's missing his running mates this year. This guy's going to try to fill some of the void. Poole, no. Tapped out. Curry. Shot clock back to 14. Top of the key. Curry misses. Bounces around. Taken. And it's going to go right back. Jackson is back in. Demetrius Jackson is in for the Lakers. Rather first time we've seen him. And to the ground goes Poole.
Jared Dudley was closing out, and Poole still had his dribble left. Had a little leg action that knocked him down and picked up the foul on Dudley.
We're going to see Devontae Cacok in a moment. Of course, some of these players will be marquee players for the South Bay Lakers in the G League. And that starts up in a couple of weeks. Curry from the free throw line. So he's done a little bit of damage from the mid-range so far in this quarter.
From anywhere.
Oh, yes, he can. By the way, he had 40 in the preseason a couple years ago, also against the Timberwolves. We've got a whistle as that shot goes up.
In the action shooting, or is that on the screen? Looks like it was on the roll man, so no foul shots coming. They are not in the bonus yet.
Foul's on McKinney, who's really got to play his way back into favor. McKinney, of course, who has played for this team and has not had a great start to this preseason. And that spin by Jackson to Howard. And again, Stu forcing his way to the rim, and he's going to get more free throws.
Just screen and roll. I mean, good play that time on the move by Jackson. Dwight back to the line. This will be free throws number 5 and 6.
I mean, think about it. When Dwight was in his heyday, screen roll and surrounded by three-point shooters, when he had his great teams down in Orlando. Howard has never been a good free throw shooter. And we talked about the South Bay Lakers, and their tickets are now on sale for the 1920 season. For more info, including season ticket members and group benefits, please visit us at southbaylakers.com or call us at 310-343-3131. By the way, Danito alongside us again this year, as is the Hulkster doing stats. Welcome back, our crew upstairs here at Staples Center.
Norvell took a Steph Curry 3 there.
It's contagious.
Wow. Oh, yeah, well, it's just the name of the
whole
game now.
league, exactly. Whole league's caught it. Going left, shooting right. Gobbled up there by Dwight Howard. Handoff now to Jackson. Norvell will get it right back to Jackson. Had a 3 if he wanted it. Instead kicks it over to Caldwell. Cross court. That's a good swing of the basketball, and Norvell hits the 3.
Yeah, the skip pass by KCP really did a good job getting to the open man. Didn't give the defenders time to match up. Norvell gets his second 3 of the ball game. And the Lakers, neither team shoot the ball very well at all, but the Lakers have made a couple of more thanks to that man right there. They lead by 6.
He sprained the thumb in China in the second game there, going up to block a shot. No official medical update yet. Should get one soon, but we did see him, as you are here, shooting before the game. Didn't have it wrapped. Shots were going in. He looked pretty good. Has been in good spirits. Now, as for Kyle Kuzma, positive update there. We know he had the MRI, and he has been cleared for non-contact activities in practice. So Kuz also tweeted himself he's excited to get back on the basketball floor. This was the next step that he had to clear. Now, Stu, you know the drill. You go to practice, then eventually you go through contact in practice, and so on and so on. But he is along that right path to returning to the court.
Yes, it's a process that you have to go through. I know some players don't like it. They feel that when they feel like they're ready, they just want to step out and play. But the medical staff and everything, they want to make sure before they let you out there on the floor.
We should take his tweet as gospel then. I'm ready to go. Don't all players say they're ready to go?
Yeah. Sometimes you have to protect players from themselves.
We should see Kuz back, of course, a week from tomorrow. The season begins.
Now we got some free throws coming in a minute here to say a couple of get wells here. First get well is to Mary Jane Steiner, who is not feeling well, and we wish her a speedy recovery. And of course, the second one, you know, our producer's wife, Nicole.
Yeah, and I second it with Mary Jane too. Of course, the wife of Bob Steiner. And Nicole is
nursing that bad foot.
Bad foot.
Got a bad.
She's going to be out for a while.
I hope not too long.
Yeah.
I don't know what kids will do.
Those kids will drive her crazy. Yeah, good boys though that they are. what Mark's going to do. 3.5 minutes to go in this quarter that has shown neither side shooting the basketball. McGee, the former Warrior.
Yeah, McGee has seen that shot by Steph a few times.
Norvell spins, scoop, score! Nicely done.
I tell you, Zach Norvell has very much impressed me in the games thus far.
All started by the block by JaVale. Mentioned won a championship with this team. McKinney from the outside.
You know, when they got McKinney and they had just gotten rid of Harrison Barnes, I saw such a similarity in their play. So I'm sure they're hoping that he can start to develop more consistency.
26 years old now, McKinney. Not a great pass by McGee. And, of course, JaVale exceeded all our expectations last year. Here he goes. And he hammers it home. JaVale McGee.
Nice play made possible by Jackson.
Little inside out by Golden State. Lakers shooting 33%, Warriors just 20%. 4 for 20, and they're 1 for 9 from downtown. 2:18 to play here in the first quarter. Glad you're with us at Staples Center. McGee goes to the dribble. McGee in the lane. That little baby hook of his, which we saw a lot last year.
You know, at the beginning of last season, JaVale showed a lot of offense that people didn't know he had. He's got a variety of different ways that he can score.
He's averaging almost 9 rebounds in this preseason over the first 3 games too, JaVale McGee, and here he is, defense and offense.
Steph likes to do that quick shot when he goes up under the rim like that, but JaVale has seen it a number of times, and this is what JaVale does best, I believe, and that's finish. That's why his percentage is so high, but then shows some footwork with a little jump hook shot.
Norvell for 3, no. In fact, JaVale was 3rd in the league in field goal percentage. This one on the way for 3. Again, off target, good offensive rebound. That's Spellman underneath.
Yeah, he just used his size that time.
And he's got plenty of it. In fact, even after dropping 50, he's still a big fella.
Big 5'0". When was it? That Enos Cantor at one time was really heavy.
Dropped a
ton
of weight.
A ton of weight, and it really improved his all-around play. So it's important for players to understand that, you know, it's one thing to have some size, but to be effective on the basketball floor, you've got to have quickness, the ability to move your feet. Sometimes losing that weight pays dividends.
He won a title also at Villanova, was acquired from Atlanta early July, part of the Damian Jones deal. Stockton is in the game, John's son. David Stockton, who was signed about a week and a half ago, right before the preseason began. David on its way, nothing but net. Bring it up for 3.
I like the way he kept his hand up. That's the way you ensure follow through. Good job by David Stockton.
At the other end, hanging on the rim, taken by the Lakers. Take out now for Jackson, lays it off for Stockton. Here he goes. McGee down the middle he goes, runs over a man charging. Ooh, he saw that rim. And in stride, that's good defensive play by the Warriors.
Play before that, though, JaVale spots the open man, and Stockton drains his first shot from long distance, and then on that turnover, sometimes you can give it to a 7-footer a little too soon. They don't change directions when they're running full speed very well.
An 18% shooting quarter for Golden State. Spellman can't stop the dry spell, but a good follow basket is good.
Yeah, when you're shooting under 18%, or now they're at 20%, and you're only down by 9, you better be happy.
24-15. We're under a minute to play here in the quarter.
The Lakers aren't burning it up. They're only at 39%.
And Curry picks up his first personal foul. We don't keep track of fouls quite as closely, of course, here in the preseason.
But we keep track of foul free throws. And this is 11 and 12 for the Lakers in the first quarter.
Team fouls important, personal fouls not so much.
Yeah. Don't want to send a team to the line as many times as the Warriors have done here in the first quarter.
Yeah, something to get used to. You talked about that quite a bit, you know, Stu. You play defense without fouling.
Well, that's the goal. That's the goal of all the coaches, and actually the players would like to do it too. You know, sometimes singing is a little easier than going out there against these talented offensive players and getting it done.
Offensive rebound off the Curry miss. Shot clock is at 9, game at 23. Steph's going to go down the middle again, and he'll be shooting a couple of free throws himself.
Well, you'll see Steph do a lot more of that this season as the season winds up, because without Clay, they're going to need him to really do a lot more creating off the dribble.
Last year, Steph Curry #1 in plus minus, second in threes. Free throw percentage, which what we're seeing right here, 92.8.
Shouldn't even make him shoot free throws. It's a waste of time.
3 years at Davidson. Of course, his father, such a great NBA player himself, and his brother in the league.
Seth is a pretty good shooter himself.
Yes, he is.
They all can shoot the basketball.
All right, shot clock is off for the quarter. 26-17. Lakers, Norvell with 10. Next highest Laker, 4 points, Howard and McGee. This is Jackson. Jackson trying to attack Spellman all the way to score. Nicely done. Kisses it off the glass.
He turned his back or body, and Spellman couldn't get to the ball.
They double up on Curry. He blows right by the defense, but the horn sounds on the missed layup.
They got lucky there because they gave up a Steph Curry layup to end the quarter. He just misfired. We've played 12 minutes, 36 to play, and Lakers with 28 on 42% shooting, and the Warriors struggling 18% for their 17 points.
Going offensively, they were led by Curry's 6. They only had 4 assists. They averaged nearly 30 a game last season. Lakers shot 42%. Norvell had that double-digit 10-point effort in the first quarter. On the floor, Kaycock has the basketball just to start the quarter. Good little move, but couldn't finish. A little bit too strong off the glass.
A nice little move there, but he, as you mentioned, just didn't finish it.
Really good rebounder for his size at about 6'7". Juan Toscana Anderson is in. Toscana Anderson he's actually a pretty good story, Stu. He's played for Mexico's national team, and his family was really into soccer growing up. And you know how he got interested in basketball? His third-grade teacher was Al Addle's wife. And she introduced him to the game up in Oakland, and he became hooked, and here he is in the NBA. That one up and in, and a score for the Lakers.
What a shot by Jackson. He got caught in the air. I don't know which hand he ended up shooting with. It looked like he went up to pass and ended up shooting and scoring.
That's a good pass underneath, but the Lakers got lost defensively, and they couldn't finish. McKinney was wide open. Backhand layup, wasn't even close. Here's Caruso. Got it right back to himself. Jackson, a strong dribble, trying to force it into Kaycock. That's going to be a kick and out of bounds.
Talking about Jackson previously, he goes up and he's like, weird. He throws that up really with his left hand. That's some attempt by him. Well, he just is a real fighter. He just never takes a second off.
26 games of NBA experience. Boston, Houston, Philly from Notre Dame. McGee in the lane once, twice, 3 times. Taken by the Warriors. Again, no Draymond Green, no D'Angelo Russell for them tonight. Long distance. Go ahead and dial it in. And that is Scotty's. That's Pippen, isn't it?
No, it's Evans.
Oh, that Evans?
Yeah.
Thank you, Stu. All these, underneath. 2 hands slam dunk by Kaycock.
A lot of breakdowns defensively by the Warriors. Lakers have had a few themselves, but the Warriors have had more than their share.
Yeah, by the way, Jacob Evans played 30 games for Golden State last year. So he drilled that 3 a moment ago. Down like bowling pins, and going to be a whistle and a foul on the Lakers.
We talked about breakdowns defensively as Stockton penetrates and draws the second defender wide open. Kaycock just goes up and makes an easy attempt.
From UNC Wilmington, where he was there 4 years, from the city of Chicago. Kaycock, quick hands by Caruso. 9 on the shot clock.
You hear him talk about you play defense with your feet, which you do, but you also got to have active hands. And that time there's Caruso. Just stuck his hand out in the passing lane, deflected it out of bounds.
And of course, you take a look at the lineup out there. Caruso is the anchor of this 5-man unit. Another 3, going to hit the heel, long shot, long rebound. Golden Domer, Jackson from Notre Dame. Leaves it for McGee. Bounce dribble. It's not what he wanted to do. He's in no man's
Shoot a
land.
three. Shoot a three.
Oh, he is going to shoot a three. JaVale, he's got it.
You know the old saying, when in doubt, shoot.
And he did. JaVale was 1 for 12 last year for 3. 1 for 12.
Man must know his limitations.
He does. 2 for 27 in his NBA career. Blocks it. That's what he does better. Blocked the shot. Got energized after the 3 in the block. 15-point Laker lead. We're in the second quarter. Jackson, rise, fire. Going to glance off the front of the rim, and Toscano Anderson has control of it. Good little fallback, step back, and a score. And again, that's Jacob Evans.
Yeah, real nice control by Evans. He did that so smooth. Sometimes players make a move, but they're so out of control.
Yeah, he's part of the youth movement too, and could get some of Klay Thompson's minutes also. Rebound to number 4. That's Alex Caruso. Became an internet sensation over the summer. Boy, the legend really grew during the offseason for him. David Stockton. His dad knew how to dish.
His dad knew how to do everything.
Yeah, one of the great assist men, of course, in the game's history. Here is Stockton throwing it up, trying to beat the clock.
That's good awareness.
Here goes Evans. A little underneath pass and away from Stockton, and we've got a timeout called by the Lakers after the bucket by McKinney.
Well, still a lot of time left here in this first half. Is JaVale McGee, one Laker that listens to me. I said shoot it, and he did, and drains the triple, and hopefully it won't get carried away with that particular shot.
It's brought to you by Morocco.
Spotlight's on JaVale McGee, showing all kind of different skills, most of which are around the rim. Blocking shots, finishing, but the most impressive one, no, it wasn't the three-pointer they made, it was this one. Showing me some moves, footwork in the low post. This shot here, I think that's probably the first, possibly the last you'll see from that distance.
Thrilled to be knocking it down. Lakers on the floor as we come back. Dudley, Caruso, McGee, Norvell, and Stockton. Just under 8 minutes to play. Second quarter. Norvell over 2 Warriors, and underneath is McGee to clean it up.
Wow, when he came off the screen and the big stepped out, that left JaVale with a couple of smaller players. Just throw it up as he did, and JaVale cleaned it up.
Warriors knocked away by Stockton. Warriors #1 seed in the West last year. Went back to the finals. They've been there 5 years in a row. Bested by Toronto last year. Danny Green, one of the Lakers, part of that Raptors squad. Green, one of them, sitting tonight. Oh, with authority. Here comes Caruso. Ooh, what a play. Ooh, that's Toscano Anderson. Ooh,
he didn't block it.
He took it right off the board. Wow. That's going to be a bucket,
That's why you have to go strong, boy. That was close. I mean, you can't touch it once it touches the glass. You can knock it against the glass.
An athletic play. Although, a bucket for the Lakers. Lee for Golden State. Their familiar blue and gold uniforms. Spellman trying to bounce it underneath. Going to have a kick, and the ball will go out of bounds. We'll have a trio of Warriors entering the game. Chris is one of them.
And they need some real size out there so that if they get that first switch off on the JaVale, he doesn't roll to the basket for any good step into the lane by Dudley.
And Dudley all the way. He blows the layup, but that's good defense coming back by Marquise Chris, although Dudley should have scored. That was good hustle coming all the way back. Of course, the big men, they've been hurt. Willie Cauley-Stein, haven't seen him. Kevon Looney, and they are thinking big things for Kevon. He hasn't come back yet. Might see him on Friday. That shot is off target. So they have been lacking in size, to say the least, during this preseason. And hoping to find it before the year begins. That one comes up short, taken by Lee, with Stockton right on his hip. Then he confronts Dudley, scores, and the foul and a three-point opportunity.
It's just a very nice athletic play this time. He had 2 defenders there. First he was getting by Stockton, and then Dudley came over. Our Carl's cam will give us a nice angle of it there. Stockton trying to get to him. And Dudley, not a shot blocker. Jumped straight up, didn't really contest the shot enough. 3-point opportunity to lead.
He had 6 points the other night, did Lee against Minnesota, a two-way player. Of course, also performed in the G League. He's one of 6 Warriors who came into this game after a couple of games shooting over 50% from three-point country. They got a lot of them still. Stockton, nobody picked him up, so he goes all the way and scores.
Yeah, he took that extra dribble too. Good job of reading the defense, and they stayed with Dwight Howard, so Stockton gets the easy one.
41-27. Lakers have been in control most of the way. Lee comes off a pick. Nothing but net.
I was just getting ready to say, you think we'll see Steph anymore this half? And he gets off the bench.
We surmise, we guessed about 25 minutes tonight. That's an alley-oop underneath and the missed dunk. But the Warriors control it again, so a couple of great opportunities.
Yeah, they wanted 3 instead of 2, so missed the dunk and probably get a 3-point basket.
Kick it right back up. Off the fingertips, Marquise Chris. Marquise Chris, what a surprise. First 2 games, 16 points, team high, 17 rebounds and 8 assists. Kick it, Stockton, open 3, got it. Caruso the assist.
Boy, he was camped out behind the arc too. Good job by Caruso of setting that play up for him. And again, Stockton very calmly, very confidently knocking it down.
Seen a lot of bodies so far in the game. Only one player in double digits. That's Norvell. Trying to body his way into the basket, and they'll foul Caruso with 5:02 remaining in the quarter. And as you mentioned, here comes Steph Curry.
Another look at that play is Stockton behind the line and Caruso with the assist. At this level, you've got to make the majority of your open looks.
Stockton has 8. He's made both his threes. 8 Laker assists. 4 players have 2. Lakers 41%. Golden State 26% so far in the contest. Norvell comes up short. Dwight's there. Raked away by Curry. That'll be Laker ball.
You know, you always hear people say, why did he bring the ball down? Let the small guy get to it. Sometimes you have to, for one, to get your balance, and 2, you propel yourself with your arms a lot. And that's what Dwight was trying to do there. Steph just took it out of his hand.
Well, rankings all time, Dwight 14th all time in rebounds in NBA history, 17th in blocks. His 16th year from Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy, Dwight Howard.
Well, we had a foul there before the Lakers inbounded the ball, so that'll be 1 shot and the ball for the Lakers. As Zach Norvell will take the free throw.
And you saw Dwight talking to Phil Handy, one of the new assistant coaches. Lionel Hollins, Jason Kidd, also right there. 4 will be very close. Handy, Hollins, Vogel, and Kidd.
And Handy is particularly good at player development. He works on players.
That's a good look by Dudley.
Yeah. Good hands by Dwight, too.
Yeah, you can continue your point on Phil Handy.
Yeah, he's just so
very
good
well
at
respected.
working with players, teaching them things prior to games and in practice. He's really talented at that.
Little back door, and Lee finds himself alone and lays it in. Well run by the Warriors. Stockton trying to probe. He goes baseline. Kick it back outside. KCP looking for some help. It's Dudley directing traffic. Dwight Howard facing the bucket. Trying to move in. A little off balance. Stockton down the middle. 5 to shoot. KCP.
They're not going to get a shot off now.
And if they do, it's going to be from the backcourt. KCP said, never mind. That's a backcourt violation.
It's about the 3rd tip ball Steph has had in this game. And he's showing that, you know, when you get known for one thing, some other things always get overlooked. You know, I really do think that Steph's defense is a little overlooked. I mean, the guy is so good offensively. KCP picks up the foul, and I don't think that ball was thrown in yet.
You know, Steph Curry, 31 years of age, the only Warrior on the roster at least 30. He's joined by a bunch of youngsters this year. They were the 5th oldest team last year, but that's going to flip around this season. Lakers, they've added experience this year.
A lot of it.
Quite a bit of it. Of course, the big trade that brought AD here. Bunch of draft picks and Three young players. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Three-pointer by Glenn Robinson. Curry got it away from two bigger Lakers.
From KCP and Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard.
Tell you, a lot of his game overlooked because of the fact he's so good on the offensive end.
Hasn't been a great shooting night. 3 for 12 for Steph, but I'm not worried about that at all. Sprawling and trying to save. It's going to remain Laker basketball.
Look at this rebound by Steph. He's just in there battling. Great job. Flex a little bit, Steph, sure.
Curry, the 7th pick back in 2009.
I like it a lot.
His 11th year.
Great young man, too.
I'm going to start the year 3rd all-time in NBA career threes. Got Ray Allen and Reggie Miller ahead of him. Whistle before the shot. So no basket, Caldwell Pope. That is the 12th Laker turnover, if you want to call it that. They have 11 officially. Again, the Laker wall down there and gonna commit the foul. And we'll have more free throws for Golden State. And it'll be Pascal shooting.
This will only be their 8th and 9th in the game. The Lakers have attempted 13, although they haven't been there as much here in the second quarter.
Pascal, who's tied for the team lead in minutes here in this preseason. They're giving him every opportunity. Hey, the Lakers donate thousands of tickets annually to local nonprofit organizations. These tickets are given to the charities that serve fans who might otherwise not be able to attend a Lakers home game. To request group tickets for your organization, visit Lakers.com.
It's nice when players get a lot of minutes in the preseason. That way, they can't say, well, I didn't get a chance to show. A lot of times when you get released, players will say, well, I really didn't get a chance to do anything.
Yeah, they're giving a lot of these new players plenty of opportunity. Norvell underneath. There's Howard. Comes up short. Now Poole attacks Dudley all the way with Caruso coming from behind. It's controlled by Curry. Little floater short. Knocked around. The tap finds Dwight Howard. Under 3 minutes to go. First half, 47-37. Lakers Warriors. We'll see them again on Wednesday and Friday. Jared Dudley swatted away. That was Pascal with the defensive effort. And the three is knocked down by Glenn Robinson. Timeout, Los Angeles.
You know that big lead the Lakers once had? I know it's preseason, but it's gone. 2 minutes and 37 to play. They've got it under 10 on the block shot and then the three-pointer. It's 47-40 Lakers. Zach Novell Jr. I talked about him being impressive so far, and he's continued to do just that. Knocking down three-pointers. Has an understanding of the game as well. Not a guy that is intimidated by any stretch by anybody, and I think that's going to pay dividends for him with this Lakers team.
Zach and the Lakers right now in the midst of a 9-0 Golden State run. 2:37 to go here in the first half. Again, if you joined us late, a lot of the Lakers not playing AD and LeBron most prominently. Avery Bradley, Rajon Rondo. Also along with Danny Green and a bucket by KCP.
I've talked about it many times. You want to make a coach happy, he calls timeout, draws up a play, and you run it and get a hoop.
Curry lets it fly. That's just their 4th made three in 19 attempts, and Curry's first in 6 attempts from beyond the arc. 49-43 Lakers.
They caught an offensive foul on somebody. Caruso.
Pascal will take it out.
And with 2 minutes to play in the half, the Warriors could have the lead at halftime.
Curry, little pump fake. Back for Pascal. He confronts a double team. Hits the bottom of the rim, and then it's dropped out of bounds by Dwight Howard. Mentioned the Warriors open at home on the 24th. They get 5 of their first 7 at home. First meeting between these two teams in the regular season will be right here on this floor on November the 13th. First of 4 between the Lakers and the Warriors. Again, they beat the Wolves on Thursday, 143-123. I think I said that they allowed at least 130. It was a high-scoring game, but it was 143-123.
Lakers playing the Warriors 4 times in the preseason. Sometimes you see too much of a team. That's when feelings and tempers start to flare a little bit.
Dwight gets the rebound off the miss. Howard tonight, that is his 8th rebound. 8 of the 32 Laker boards. Now they're slow, and they put the number 9 on the board. So 9 rebounds.
Didn't feed the hamstring.
No bounce. Caruso, down he goes. And the active shooting. Remember last year, always on the floor, but the concern now is for the hand. He's trying to shake it off.
Yeah, and as soon as he recognized that there was going to be contact, he lost concentration as well. He knows the guy's there. That's why that shot didn't hit anything. He will go to the line and shoot a pair.
Of course, some of the question marks for the Lakers, the ball handling, the point guard duties, and Caruso without question in the mix there. Rondo, Rajon, he's been starting. Rajon had one good game and one not so good at China, and he gets the night off. Hey, do you know an outstanding educator in your community? You can nominate them for a chance to be named a Spectrum Sports Marquee Educator, presented by Shakey's Pizza. They'll receive $1,500 to help fund a brighter future for their students. Visit SpectrumEducator.com right now for more information.
Well, you talk about the point guard position, but right now in the era of this basketball, it's almost like they're positionless. I mean, I don't think that's going to be an issue because pace of game is going to be that, rebound and push. And you still have LeBron, who's probably going to end up being a lot of the facilitating.
Yeah, exactly. He'll initiate the offense. LBJ. That was talked about well over a month ago. Caruso, 2 big steps. It's blocked from behind. But again, a foul. And where is he? On the ground. And helped up by his teammates.
Well, the more times you end up on the floor, the higher your chance of injury throughout a long NBA season.
Frank Vogel talked quite a bit about the bonding of this team during the trip overseas. Didn't leave the hotel much, apparently. 51-43. There's Jason Kidd, just to Frank's left and our right. Just 1:14 remaining here in the quarter. Caruso, who was one of the better three-point shooters for the Lakers last year by percentage. And again, the Lakers next to last in three-point shooting, 33%. That one rolls off. Good rebound by Dwight, blows it underneath. And it's taken by Golden State. Dwight's 1 for 3, has 11 rebounds.
Yeah, that last one, though, I think that's one he's got to try to power it up and hammer it home.
Well, they lead Glenn Robinson, and the 12th rebound in the first half goes to Dwight Howard in his 14th minute of action.
Under a minute.
In half number 1. Caruso looking to set it up. He's quarterbacking this set. Norvell goes around his man again with the offhand. And he'll shoot free throws.
Well, they're getting so much dribble penetration, though, and that's why they're getting to the line so much. It'd be 18 and 19 in the free throw attempt department.
Zach Norvell Jr., you know who's got more on him? Michael Trudell.
Yeah, Bill, so we know that Norvell went undrafted, but the Lakers scouts and other management were still keeping close attention. After the draft, of course, they quickly called to see if they could get Norvell to sign to a two-way deal. And first he went to the Summer League, impressed there. See him playing pretty well in the preseason, but that's something they're always making sure to do, guys, like keeping track of that. And then the South Bay Lakers system, of course, produced Alex Caruso, who's now on a full contract. And that system has worked for them the last several years. It's something they certainly have invested a lot in and want to keep going.
A loose ball foul on Dwight Howard as he shoved. Marquise Chris will be the long walk to the other end to shoot free throws.
Half a minute to go All the earmarks of a preseason game. Not everybody in uniform are playing. Shoddy offense. 29% for Golden State. A little over 40 for the Lakers. They've hit 5 threes. Warriors have hit 4. There's AD next to JaVale. Again, the news, if you're just joining us, unofficial, but getting word that things went well as far as the checkup on his thumb. Talking about Anthony Davis. Ooh, the roll to Howard, and he is held.
So, 2 more free throws.
And Dwight's been to the line 6 times, 4 for 6.
This makes the game so much fun when you watch teams go back and forth with free throws.
There's Dwight. So much has been made about his return. You know, you and I were even speculating before we went on the air about what kind of reception he might get. And we weren't sure.
Well, I was happy that the Laker fans, you know, they gave him a welcome.
Yeah.
You know, because he didn't leave the Lakers fan base on a good note. So, like most teams, but your fan base, they're loyal to their team. You do something, and leave them or whatever.
There will
they
be.
Don't forget.
There were a few that didn't forget, but Dwight expects it. But he's like everybody else on this team. Boy, it's a very focused, professional approach.
He's grown up. He's learned that what he needs to do to be an effective player now.
And relishing the opportunity, as mentioned, to make amends, if you will. And we're waiting on something. 53-45.
The officials are over deciding where they're going to have dinner after the game.
Well, the Warriors will be here for a few days. I'm not sure about the officials. Warriors are staying here tomorrow to practice. Over at UCLA and play another game here on Wednesday night.
Oh, Dwight's 5 out of 7
That's
from
nice.
the line tonight.
That's nice.
If you get there, you might as well make it. No sense in working hard to get there and then not be semi-efficient from that position.
Last year with Washington, Dwight 60% from the line. Oh, nice rhythm. 10-point game. Half a minute to play, first half. Steph, here he leans in and rattles it home.
He is just amazing.
Steph Curry with 11. So the first one and make it 14 in double figures for first one in double figures for the Warriors. Caruso trying to direct traffic, orchestrating things on top, guarded by Poole. Still with the dribble, picks it up, gives it to Norvell with 4 to shoot. And he lays it off and nobody's there. We got a Warrior and that's Curry on the ground and it's going to go to Golden State. They'll get the last shot.
I said it earlier. Steph has made a number of defensive plays for his team. That's a defensive play that won't go in his favor, but he drew that turnover.
With 3, with 2, they'll get a half-court shot from McKinney to end the second quarter.
The Lakers did one thing good there. They didn't let Steph touch it because he could have made it from there easily.
And the score, 55-48. After the first half, let's send it to the Access Sports studio for the Jack in the Box halftime report. Game number 4 has reached halftime, and the start of the third quarter is just moments away. Mike Trudell, I trust that you talked to the coaches and got a little insight for us.
Yeah, Bill, the coaches thought that the team was just a bit more crisp than they were in China, and understandably so, having gotten back here and gotten a chance to rest up, even if just for a day. Now, on the other side, one thing they thought a bit too much turnovers, in this case 14-7, so they doubled up Golden State there, but pretty much got the advantage of Golden State in almost every other statistical category. They moved the ball pretty well, certainly hit the glass, and Golden State, despite getting a little bit hot late, still shot 29.6% in that first half. That's a number that a coaching staff will always be happy with, even if it's just a preseason game, Bill and Sue.
Oh, absolutely. Coaches love it when they can get certain numbers in certain categories.
Steph getting his work in tonight, quite obviously. Curry played 17 minutes. We'll see how much he plays here in the second half. He is starting, and he helps the double team and the steal on Caruso. This is the way we get the third quarter underway. Curry behind the back, Marquise Chris. These are big games for him, not only to make the team, but maybe forge his way into the lineup. And Curry knocks down a three.
Well, Caruso did what you never want to do. Dribble the ball across midcourt on the sideline area and then pick up your dribble. They doubled him. He had nowhere to go with it and ended up turning it over.
Lakers with Norvell, who had a nice half. Kaycock, Howard underneath once again. Gets an offensive rebound and once again gets fouled. Dwight Howard shot 8 free throws. It was a game high in half number one to go along with those 13 rebounds in 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's piling up the rebounds. That's because there's a lot of rebounds to be had. Both teams not shooting the ball very well. And missed shots means there has to be a rebound somewhere.
Dwight played 76 games in 2012 and 13 with this franchise.
He rattled him another free throw, 7 out of 9. But the Dwight would take that. The Lakers would take
all
that
year,
every night of the week.
all year long. Again, the Lakers as a team last year shot under 70% from the line and were 29th in the NBA. What a night for Howard from the line.
80%.
57-51. Poole, the rookie. Steph thought maybe somebody was behind him, and he let that go and out of bounds straight into the Laker bench. You've got Kaycock starting this second half along with Caruso, Howard, KCP, and Norvell. The pick by Kaycock. He wants it back. He's going to get it back.
Yeah, they are trapping every time you pick up your dribbles. The Lakers have to be aware.
And by the way, that was the plan for Jared Dudley, who did start only to play a half. And a good pass and a lob and an alley-oop, and the finish by Kaycock.
Nice setup by Dwight.
Chris finds himself down the lane and gets bumped by Norvell. We'll have more free throws.
We have our Carlos game. We get another look at it. As Dwight sets it up, Kaycock finishes it off. Nice job.
Marquise Chris will go to the line and shoot a couple. You hear the dulcet tones of Lawrence Tanter, who is back for yet another year as the voice of Staples Center. It's like coming back to school when you come back after
best voice,
the summer.
Best voice in the business.
There he is. No other PA announcer like him in the NBA. It's a whole different tone when you come to Staples Center and watch Laker basketball. 59-53. Caruso into the attacking zone for the Lakers.
Warriors are in a zone defense.
Norvell's open, so he'll take it. So trying to dissect that zone a little bit. Norvell goes over the top of it, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound on Golden State.
It so often happens when you play zone, your responsibilities for defensive rebounding get a little bit lost because you're guarding an area. Players slip in and pick up offensive rebound.
By the way, 37 years for LT behind the mic and downstairs courtside. We are high atop the sideline in Chick Hearn's Nest, where we should be.
Best view in the business.
By the way, they moved us at Chase Center, and Stu loves it.
Absolutely.
It's like a little football press box.
Absolutely.
So they took care of the announcers off the floor, but up in a nice view.
I don't think all the announcers are going to like it. They're not like me. I like to be up so I can see things develop. I see the plays and see off the. But when you're down courtside, it's hard to filter your vision through those big bodies of the players. And you got 3 officials, and more importantly, you got coaches that like to stand up.
We haven't found out how Frank will be for us, getting in our way. Boy, that is rainbow out of the rafters for Jordan Poole. Nice touch from distance. Caruso stays with it, gives it to KCP, tries to answer back, looking after his own rebound. That's dropped out of bounds. Referees look at each other, and that was dropped out by Pascal.
And it really did look like he lost control of it. He was surrounded by Dwight and KCP, but it looked like it touched Pascal last. I think Steve Kerr wants to do his coach's challenge on this play.
Play is being challenged by the Golden State Warriors.
Well, he's got a lot of game left. We're still in the third here, 9:57.
During the preseason. Here's the ball going out, the challenge, and not a great challenge, I don't think, by Steve. I think that should go Laker way, and it will. Of course, that's one of the experimental rules they're going to go with all year long. Coaches get one challenge each. Of course, doesn't mean a whole lot here in the preseason. I think they're just kind of treading lightly with it. We're just a little over 2 minutes into the third quarter.
Well, you have to decide when you want to use it, early, or do you want to save it for a little later?
I mentioned 4 times these two teams ran into Bob Myers, of course, of the Warriors beforehand. And we laughed about it. He said, it's kind of like a playoff series, but not really. Come on, preseason 4 times. But it's just an interesting set of circumstances.
Nice play by Dwight.
Yeah, steps in here, he goes to the dribble. All the way, Dwight Howard!
Well, he read that play very well.
The steal and the slam. And Poole at the other end, air ball. And he gets serenaded by this crowd here tonight and a huge throng at Staples Center. Of course, this atmosphere will be a whole lot different on November the 13th. When these two go at it, Howard working high post, still holds on to it. Bounces to Norvell, finds himself with some room, and he rattles it in for 3.
I mean, I really see why the staff is so high on that.
4 for 10 on the night, 3 out of 7 from 3. Lakers have hit 6 triples. Leaning in is Poole.
And I see why the Warriors are so high on Poole.
Very much so. You know, you have Poole, Chris, and Robinson who have really helped themselves so far. Hurting themselves a little bit, perhaps. Spellman, McKinney, and Burks is hurt again. Alec can be really a good player, but he's just got to stay healthy. Norvell holds on to it, trying to create some space, does, and scores
See how much
again.
control he was under there, though? I mean, he didn't panic, picked up his dribble, looking to a bounce pass to Dwight. That wasn't available, and he ends up with the hoop himself.
Big game 17. Kaycock, he's got it. Lakers looking to take advantage of another Warrior turnover. There's that steal and dunk, the steal and slam.
Well, he reads it. Look at that. Eyes on it. Nice knee bend defensively, and ends up with the deuce on the other end.
That's one of the things we talk about. Protect the rim, rebound, clean it up underneath, and run the floor. That time he did, ahead of the pack.
And a double-double working for Dwight. 12 and 13.
Dwight Howard, actually a year younger than LeBron James going into this season. There's LBJ. Boy, he has looked focused, fresh in the couple of games that we've seen. He's got AD alongside to play on the court. And of course, he says it would be silly not to run things through Anthony Davis. That's going to be the plan.
Well, when you're LeBron, especially because LeBron is a pass-first guy.
Yep.
I know he scores a lot of points, but he's really a pass-first guy.
Well, there's so much talked about how they complement each other so well, and we will see, and the world will see how that works out. LeBron and AD played just 12 minutes in the last game. LeBron averaging over 27.5 last year. Catch, shoot, rebound offensively taken by Golden State. And Poole's going to travel, looking to get some distance between himself and the defender. That's turnover number 11 for the Warriors.
It just seems like more.
We've got a combined total of 26. Caruso, he's got a couple of assists and 7 points in 21 minutes. Operating on top, bounce to Caldwell Pope at the free throw line. Gets 2 in the air. Kind of it goes. It doesn't go. Contavious Caldwell Pope will go to the line. Plenty of free throws tonight. Lakers have shot 27. You know, the Warriors haven't missed. They're 13 out of 13 on their end.
Unlucky, 13.
Well, fans, take the Lakers with you wherever you go with the Lakers mobile app. Presented by Wish. Keep up with the latest stats, highlights, and more. Download to your Android or iPhone today. We talked a little bit about the Warriors at the beginning of the year, and Of course, the Lakers open up on the 22nd. That's a road game. And then their home opener is the 25th. Right here against Utah. See, the 22nd will be on in this building also. That's another steal. It's a 4-on-1. That's ahead of the pack, too. It appears.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if the Lakers Norvell could have caught that pass. It didn't come up. It was a bounce pass, so I don't even know if he had to be held. They're reviewing it to see if it's a clear pass.
And Jordan Poole picks up the personal foul. We mentioned how the Warriors will have a lot of home games early on. The Lakers, 9 of their first 14 will be home, and then a big stretch in November and December when they're on the road. That'll be a real tester for them. What do you think, Stu?
I think they're going to get him for a clear pass. That was a skipping bounce pass, though. It didn't really come up at all.
Yeah, he's being held.
He's grabbing him right there.
Clearly ahead. But the review is taking place, and it is confirmed a clear path.
Dude, these officials just do not make mistakes. Why are you laughing?
You're just carrying it over year after year. They've been perfect your whole career.
Well, I looked at it this way.
How did you?
The amount of times.
This is when you played?
Yeah.
Okay.
The amount of times I got away with stuff, they were really good.
They were perfect.
Because I got away with a lot of stuff. So when they called stuff on me that I didn't think was a foul, I couldn't complain much. I just thought, oop, well, you didn't get the last one. I wouldn't want their job, though, I can tell you that.
By the way, who do you think the assist leader is tonight?
Ooh.
Both teams.
Well, for the Warriors.
No, I'm saying he
leads both teams?
Yeah, he leads both teams.
Oh, man.
He has 4.
Dwight Howard.
How about that?
I cheated.
No, you did. A little bit of a shock.
I cheated.
Not bad, though.
I wouldn't have been able to. Oh, I probably, if you'd have given me a few guesses.
Look at that, 12, 13, and 4. Ball out of bounds, Norvell Jr.
All-around game tonight.
And Caruso into the attacking 47. Caldwell Pope from Georgia. Started his career in Detroit. Right, one bounce. Kaycock goes hard to the hole. That's a nice move.
It sure was. I mean, not the greatest of defense, but still nice read, nice finish by Kaycock.
Right to the basket. Again, he's going to be a force with South Bay. South Bay Lakers. 13-2 Laker run. Long distance straight away. Taken by Caruso. Falls right into his lap. Alex. 6.5 to go. Third quarter. Going to hand off now to Caruso. The Caruso in form. Knocks over a man. Charging. Good defensive play by McKinney. A defensive play by McKinney.
And that's the area where they want, McKinney to be. They want all players to be effective defensively, but especially at that position.
Of course, when they are healthy and everybody's around, it's going to be either Curry or Russell on the floor at all times for Golden State. And of course, you've got the glue guy and Draymond Green. But so much of that turnover, you lose Iggy, and he was such a big part. Sean Livingston, Durant moving on after the injury, and now with the Nets. It's going to be a whole different deal. Trying to find that depth for Golden State. And McKinney hoping to be a part of it. Stockton comes back in. Norvell. Good game. He'll check out for now. Lakers lead by 16. In the air battle.
Hands by Dwight. Tipped that pass.
Devontae has it.
Created the turnover.
Caldwell Pope wanted to utilize the pick for a moment. Devontae's got it down on the block. Now the double comes. Lakers swing it. Very good.
Good
to
ball
KCP.
I mean, that is good ball movement. Didn't put it on the deck one time, just kept crisp passes and ends up with an open look.
Well, love looking at that on the video session. That is Pippen in the game now. They signed him for some size. And again, here's that ball movement a moment ago by the purple and gold.
Once Casey picks it up, but the passing to the inside, he reads the defense, he makes another pass. All of this, now keep track of the number of times there was dribble, none after KCP made his initial penetration.
So again, I mentioned Pippen in the game, Scotty's nephew, who wears number 31. I said purple and gold. Lakers wearing what is normally their Sunday whites here on a Monday. So it's a little bit of an oddity.
I lost track of the days.
But this is the uniform we'll see on Sundays for the Lakers in the upcoming season at home.
The Warriors just refused to miss a free throw.
So that 13-1 so unlucky. They knocked down 2 more. 15 out of 15. 5.5 to go. Still in the third quarter. Of course, bench players, role players, looking for a spot in the rotation. That's what it's all about here tonight, the rest of the week. Jackson, he's looking to impress, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Should have taken the shot when he got the pass in the corner. You got to, when you're off the ball, especially, you always peek at the clock, knowing where it stands. And he knew it was getting low.
By the way, Curry, we would think finished for the night. 21 minutes, 17 points. Lakers take control of it. Stockton with a little bit of speed. The trailer, Kaycock forgets the basketball. We go 4-on-2 the other way. McKinney all the way. Blocked that time by Jackson, but a foul.
Jackson doesn't give up on anything, boy. Nice play.
You're impressed with his, his hustle
like,
up at Chase Center.
I like his effort. I just like the way he makes effort plays.
Demetrius had 3 points and 2 points in the 2 games in China.
And that was close to a very good play.
Once again, perfection from the line for Golden State. Last year, they were 5th in the NBA, over 80%. Dwight Howard working on his 22nd minute of action. We've had 9 Lakers play tonight. 11 Warriors. Back to the basket. On the block, Howard. Back it in. Oh, dumps it underneath to Kaycock. Another nice assist. Dwight Howard.
All assists aren't created equal. Some assists are just, you just pass and the guy made a shot.
Think that was a little better than others?
Oh, yeah. That was a nice play by Dwight.
Taken away by Stockton. Here he goes all the way. Blocked. That's a good defensive play. Evans coming all the way back to get the block on Stockton. First, let's look at that Dwight assist.
He makes the play off the dribble, so this assist was
nice.
Really a nice one. Then Stockton picks up the loose ball and tries to lay it up, but these guys just, they're so athletic.
Jacob Evans. He's known as a good defender, working on that shooting. Went to Cincy for 3 years. And he saw action in 30 games for the Warriors last year. 7 playoff games.
Are they going to miss the free throw here? Come on, go quick.
No. Yes.
I love it.
I was on their side. I thought that was going down. So Lee is the one that breaks the string. Now you ask me. Damian Lee. He's an 86%er too. There it is.
And they just started a new streak.
He's in his 3rd year, the 25-year-old. Across the timeline comes Jackson, 4 minutes, 14. Clock's moving. 3rd quarter. Dwight Howard, 12 points, 13 rebounds. Doubled up. Stockton, he lets it slide through his hands. Anderson has it knocked away, but he's fouled by Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
And that'll be 2 free throws. Even though he didn't get the shot even attempt to go, he was attempting to shoot, so there'll be free throws coming.
We're going to see Kostas Antetokounmpo, Giannis's brother, did not play up at Golden State up in the Bay Area. Played Saturday at Brooklyn, at 9 points. 3 for 7 from the field. He's been out with an ankle injury. Antetokounmpo, and here he comes. Of course, his brother, one of the top players in the world. Giannis.
Late developing, but Antetokounmpo is, he can travel so far with 3 steps.
The reigning MVP of the league. The Greek Freak. There's Pippen above everybody else. Toscano Anderson. Down the middle, that's good feed. A nice movement without the basketball.
That was a nice dive.
Yeah, it was.
Nice dive. What happens when you dribble with your head up? You get to see a teammate when he's open. If you're looking for money on the court, you don't see anything. If the Warriors trying to cut into that big Laker lead, they still lead by 13.
Timeout 79-66. All right, Laker fans, Jack in the box. Game summary. JaVale McGee against his former team. That was early on with the flush. 9-5-2. Zach Norvell's been impressive, Stu. I know you enjoyed watching him here tonight. 19 big points, only missed 1 out of his 7 free throws. Dwight's been all over the place. 12-13, a game-high 6 assists for Dwight Howard in that steal and slam.
And Dwight gets a rest right now as JaVale re-enters the game.
JaVale, who's played 10 minutes so far in the contest. Nearing the end of quarter number 3. Lakers on the floor. Stockton, KCP, Jackson, McGee, and Antetokounmpo, who was number 37.
They're not going to get a shot off. Oh.
David Stockton realized it. Tapped by McGee, but it goes right to the Golden State Warriors. And quite a run for Golden State. Handful of years in a row to the finals. They're not calling this a rebuild. They might be sneaky competitive. Everybody's sleeping on them a little bit this year because of who's not there. And that's going to be a loose ball foul. Again, the crazy competitive Western Conference. And everything gets underway next week.
It's going to be a real battle this year again in the West to see who makes that the final 8.
In half a dozen years since the Lakers have tasted the postseason, and like they're thinking higher than just getting in.
But like every year, it's all about luck. When I say by luck, it's the injury bug. You know, you just gotta avoid the major injuries.
And LeBron missed the most games of his career during the regular season last year. That injury lingered for quite a while. And so the good news, bad news. Bad news is that happened. The good news, as Frank Vogel said, he's as fresh as he's been in years.
Some players do a great job of taking care of themselves, and LeBron happens to be one of those.
And of course, AD, brand new team, huge trade. It turned out to be a 3-team trade after everything was said and done during the summer. Of course, some of the old Lakers now down in New Orleans. Stockton kicks it. Contavious Caldwell Pope. Going to be a weak side rebound, tapped by Golden State, chased down by Antetokounmpo. Kostas, his first name. Bounce, McGee. Well, he just had it stripped away.
Yeah, did not read that time. You don't just get it and put it on the floor immediately. When you're in the low post, you have to catch, read, and then see where all the, that way you can see where the defenders are. When he put it on the floor, they were already doubling down. They just took it away from him.
Golden State has helped force 20 Laker turnovers. Warriors have turned those previous 20 into 22 points, and they can add to that total with these free throws after the turnover. And they do. 81-67.
We're still in the third?
We're in the third quarter, Stu Lance. It's preseason for everybody.
Thank you, Bill McDonald. All this time I thought we were on a first name basis.
We can be still. Here's Jackson.
Not now.
Oh, I guess not. McGee hit a 3 earlier in the game. Shook this place up. Now he turns it over for the second straight possession. Toscano Anderson, the bump, the offensive foul. Juan Toscano Anderson. Again, mentioned he played for Mexico's national team. Grew up in the Oakland area. Stockton taking the charge.
He took it all, too.
Yeah, he did.
There was no flop there.
Caldwell Pope with the 2-minute mark of the third. Picked by McGee, around at KCP. Long rebound. Warriors on the attack. They've shot 30% here this evening. .12 to shoot, plenty of time. Pippen let that one go.
See Jackson box out a bigger player. That was textbook.
And a little look away, and Antetokounmpo goes to the other side to lay it in. That was a nice dish by Jackson. Let it go from just outside the free throw line.
Started with a nice rebound and then ends up with the assist.
19 Laker assists. Warriors have 14. A couple players coming in at the next dead ball.
Good play by KCP.
And a pocket pick. Caldwell Pope.
That in-close handoff when a guy's coming off the high screen. Use your hand to knock it free, as KCP did.
4 for 12 tonight from the floor for KCP. And that one settles in. And that's Evans with another bucket. The 22-year-old in his second year. Late first-round pick last season for the Warriors.
More free throws.
33 have been shot by the Lakers.
We have a chance to get 50 free throws attempted by the Lakers tonight.
You're gunning for that, aren't you?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
No.
Want to know what side of the fence you were on in that.
I'd like to see the fourth quarter be free throw free.
Smooth.
None. Zero.
A lot of fouls called, almost like NFL officials throwing flags.
They've been throwing a lot of them.
They've been throwing a lot. Jackson with the free throw. So the Lakers tonight, 27 of 34. Pretty good, just short of 80%. Bowman's in the game. Our first look at him.
And that time Stockton gave up the baseline without any real help. They scored a layup.
Kai Bowman, two-way player. He wears number 12 for Golden State. Stockton on top, has Lee in front of him. Stockton confronts the much bigger man in Pippen. Kaycock down low, rolls around and comes out. 8 seconds for Golden State. Lakers are up by 15. Right here at the end of the third. That's a good move. We'll step back, that comes up short, and that quarter is over.
Well, we played 3 of them. I think there's 4 in a game. So that means we have 1 left. Lakers will head into the fourth and final quarter, leading the Golden State Warriors 87-72.
Three chapters written in this preseason affair. And the Lakers have really been in charge throughout most of it. Again, a game lacking a ton of star power. We did see Curry for 21 minutes. Poured in 17 points.
He enjoyed all 21 of them. Enjoy to watch play.
Lakers have 5 in double figures. And a steal. 17th turnover for the Warriors. Stockton hook pass. McGee. And off for Stockton, who's getting plenty of minutes tonight. Leans in, comes up short, battles for his own rebound. And his exasperation to get that one.
He just didn't get it over the front of the rim. Did a good job. Yeah. Shot it almost under the rim. As opposed to putting a little bit of arc on it.
Warriors shoot just 32% tonight.
Lakers are in the zone. Let's see how they attack this.
Attacked by Bowman. McKinney goes baseline. Had plenty of room to operate, and he scores. Alfonso McKinney. To East Illinois and Wisconsin Green Bay, each for a couple of years. Wednesday night, 7:30. Same two teams. Devontae Kaycock, how does it goes? It goes. He's got a three-point opportunity. Bodied up. Scored it.
Strong attempt that time. Kaycock takes it off the dribble, gets the contact, and keeps his eye on the target, throws it up, throws it in.
Here's a young man who led the NCAA in rebounding his junior year in school, and he completes the three-point play. Again, 6'7", plays bigger. One of those guys, and he is a rebounder. Knows how to go get the basketball. Minute and a half into the quarter, whistle on the perimeter. As, Chris was looking to get in towards the basket.
Chris did a good job with a swing through, kept it low, and JaVale reached and caught nothing but arm.
Bowman hanging in the air. Evans. Antetokounmpo, he certainly got up in the air himself, and there was nothing but Lakers on the weak side. It's going to be dropped out of bounds, and the Warriors will control it.
And the way his body responded, it was like thought he was being undercut or something.
Hit or something. You're right. I don't think anybody was there. 16-point game. Bowman is going to remain with Golden State. Again, hope to see out here early in the season. And 9 of the first 14 will be at home for the Lakers. One of those 9 against this Warrior team. 3 to shoot. And they just get it away. Recognizing it was Bowman, the battle underneath. McGee's going to get called for the foul. He was wrestling with Chris.
He was kind of double teamed there on that rebound attempt. Then picked up the foul.
That's the third on JaVale. Team fouls, Lakers with 2, Warriors with 1 here in the first couple of minutes of this quarter. Bounce. That's good. Ride to the basket by Jacob Evans.
Well, I thought JaVale had his sights on that one. Somehow he slid that through.
Yeah, went reverse on him. Other side of the bucket. Gliding to get a deuce. Jackson, boy, he's strong, and he knows. Kaycock gonna roll it over, but not in.
Chris and
are they still going at it? They still wrestling around?
Yeah.
Marquise gives it up very quickly. Harrison.
It counts. Call glass.
That's Andrew Harrison. Of course, twin brother Aaron. They played together at Kentucky. Andrew trying to stay in the league. Waived last year by 3 separate teams, Andrew Harrison. Memphis, Cleveland, and New Orleans. Wound up actually playing some games with each. Caruso's work is not done. He's coming in here with 9:17 remaining. And Antetokounmpo will go to the bench. By the way, Frank Vogel is a Kentucky Wildcat.
See, I like what he's doing there. I like it when coaches will take a young player out, especially, and tell him, whatever, why he's taking him out, as opposed to, guy takes you out, and you just go, you're wondering, what did I do?
Catch and shoot time for Caruso. Did not draw iron. McGee got a hand on it. Lakers get back defensively. Bowman going hard to the basket, blocked by JaVale.
He had his sights on that one.
And Kaycock, he's sliding around.
Yeah,
it's going to be Warrior basketball,
that time Kaycock was a little OC. He was trying to split 3 defenders. Very fortunate to even get the ball back, because JaVale started it with his 3rd block of the evening. That's what he does. What he does very well is protect that rim.
JaVale was among the league leaders in blocks last year. In fact, he was in the top 5 in NBA blocks. He was going just great until he got ill, like December last year. Is that when it was?
Somewhere around that time frame.
Struggled a little bit after that. Finished strong too. Timeout.
Yeah, Frank Vogel says, let's talk this over. We've given up a couple of baskets here. Lead 90-81.
There's a power.
The Jazz, and then we'll also have Sunday's game against the Hornets. Hornets definitely might struggle this year. They've had some turnover. Of course, Kemba is now up in Boston. 90-81. Got a 9-point game here.
With 8.5 to play, so really anybody's game.
Norvell, who's looked good tonight. And Antetokounmpo bounces underneath in the challenge, and a good one by Chris.
Very nice challenge by Chris.
Devontae couldn't get it past Chris. Ooh, shake and bake. Poole lets it fly. And Antetokounmpo has it underneath. Norvell terminates the dribble. Leave it for Stockton. Underneath Antetokounmpo. There's a flyby and slam.
Steve Kerr immediately up off the bench to call a timeout on that breakdown defensively. Giannis does it. Now his younger brother Kostas does it. 92-81 Lakers. Has had an all-around game. He's had a block shot or two, but more impressively, he's made some plays for other people tonight. Leads the team in assists. He shot the ball well from the free throw line. He's got a double-double, 13 rebounds, 12 points, 6 assists, and some block shots. So I'd say he's I forgot about the 4 steals. Wow.
Leads all active players in career rebounds. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Dwight Howard. And on the line, Poole.
The players are so aware of the three-point line that they forget that in the corners especially, there's not a lot of real estate between the three-point line and the out-of-bounds line, and they end up stepping back and creating the violation.
Lakers nursing a double-digit lead. Norvell puts Poole down. Norvell all the way scores. Oh, the bench loves it. They explode.
That's not fair. Did he slip? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He slipped. Stop, trip. Oh, no, he just lost balance and went to the floor. And to make matters worse, it's a three-point opportunity.
Zach Norvell Jr., the move of the night, the move of the preseason.
Boy, did you see the Laker bench? they should have got a technical. Woo! They were almost at mid-court.
What a play, 95-81. Pascal into the corner. Chris with the open jump shot. Devontae comes down with it. So
that's that Antetokounmpo playing center right now.
Why not? Kaycock tries to bounce it to him right at his ankles.
Tough pass to get
impossible to get that one.
Our Carl Scam's going to give us another look. But don't do that to Poole. He did it. Three-point play by one Zach Norvell.
Boy, he's done really well with that offhand in and around
look at the Laker bench.
The rim.
Look at LeBron.
Oh. Ooh.
That's cold-blooded.
$95-83. Now it's Caruso's turn. Running the show. Caruso tonight, 7 points, 4 boards, couple of assists. Antetokounmpo high post, handoff Stockton. Those two go to the basket. Off the glass. Boy, Antetokounmpo was there looking to rise and throw it down.
That's a good read by David Stockton.
Coming up on the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. Marquise Chris. Nice little baseline jumper.
Roll there.
Yeah, shooter's touch.
Back to a 10-point game.
Marquise, again, still just 22 years of age. What an opportunity for him being afforded. And a good, strong rebound by Pascal.
At that time, Kaycock let the defense intimidate him a bit and missed that little baby floater.
And that was an ill-advised bounce attempt. Mike, I know a lot of folks want to know about Anthony Davis. Give us an update on AD.
Yes, Bill, the Lakers just released an update on Davis. Of course, he injured the thumb in China. They said that the MRI results confirmed a sprained right thumb, and his status moving forward will be day-to-day. So that is good news. Again, just confirming the sprained right thumb. No further damage resulting in that MRI.
Yeah, news that was broken earlier today as a nice little move and jump shot by Stockton, but now the Lakers confirm it with their official announcement.
Good news that they don't believe it's anything serious.
Bowman gets bottled up, surrounded by Lakers. Good defense by Los Angeles. Chris going to try a three. Nothing but white jerseys. And the Lakers underneath. Still the lead is a dozen. And Bowman holds Stockton on the outside. Stockton with 10 points, one of 6 Lakers in double figures.
10 points and 5 dimes.
4 for 10. Also has a board. Golden State will have it. Lee comes back in for Golden State. 5 minutes to play here in this exhibition exercise.
Exhibition exercise.
Trying to come up with some sort of name for it.
It could be a game.
Yeah, maybe.
Exhibition game.
Yeah, maybe. 97-85.
Well, go ahead and reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. Sure, we'll do it again on Wednesday.
What, reinvent the wheel?
Maybe. Be some different faces on the floor on Wednesday night. We assume
that was
Stockton goes
that
down.
was an offensive foul. I
Yeah, he got hit.
thought he got clobbered there in the restricted area, but the 3 guys with whistles didn't see it that way, so play on.
Oh yeah, Lee with the right arm.
Inadvertent, but he got it.
10-point game. Trying to find Caruso, and they do. Alex will dribble it back out. Well, he kind of telegraphed that one right in the passing lane, too.
Yeah.
Evans was waiting for it. Little start-stop. Challenges it to Kupo. Good tip in by Chris.
Timeout. Lakers.
Yeah.
Still 4:20 to play here in the fourth. And the Warriors keep digging in and cutting into that double-digit lead. The Lakers now lead it 97-89.
All my chips are in.
All my chips are in.
And my favorite chips, barbecue.
And my car keys on my chocolate chip keyring.
Can't drive anywhere, your insurance lapsed.
That may be so, but check this. Computer chips.
But now you can't get online to get a quote.
Guys, keep your keys. We'll insure you, but read them and weep. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Anyone can deliver pizza. Only Marco's can deliver America's most loved pizza. Hot and fresh and right to your door. Dough made from scratch every day. Sauce from our original recipe. And authentic toppings like crispy Old World pepperoni. Because the Italian way is worth celebrating. Every day at Marco's, get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. Hello to America's most loved pizza. Hello, Marco's.
4:20 remaining. Timeout Lakers a moment ago. And Golden State trying to make a late surge. 4th preseason of 6 for the Lakers. Stockton, bounce. Norvell doesn't hesitate. Gonna glance and go wide left. With exactly 4 left. It's back down to single digits. Lee, oh, good pass underneath. Slam dunk by Pascal. 6-point game. Stockton fires it up. Off the rim, tip once, taken. Ahead. Oh, it's another good feed. Blocked by Antetokounmpo.
He had his eyes on that one, didn't he?
Protecting the rim, swatting it away. He's at the other end. And he has control of it, and he's fouled.
until Antetokounmpo has a relative in the league. They really do have similarities in their play and their physiques. Nice job of waiting until he sees the basketball and then make the block. Don't go for any kind of head fake or anything. But can he make free throws?
Woefully short on the first one. A group outing at a Laker game is the perfect way to entertain clients, boost employee morale, or celebrate any special occasion. Visit Lakers.com/tickets for more information and let the fun begin.
Well, 2 misses. 6-point game with 3 and some change.
Poole left wing. He's only 2 for 11 tonight. Had a good camp, good preseason. Tough shooting night. But he lets Stockton go by and hits it there. So he was 2 for 11, just 1 for 7 until he knocked it down. 97-94. Jackson's open. Wants it, takes it, got it! And all of a sudden the crowd's involved. 2.5 to play, 194.
Jackson's first 3-pointers tonight out of 2 attempts.
Poole wants the basketball. Here he goes down the middle. He scoops and misses. Tapped out, they battle, they scramble. Ooh, and Devontae got hit. And he is not feeling well right now.
Yeah, but he says, let me get up. I got to stay in the game. I'm trying to make a basketball team here.
Yeah, McKinney, the foul.
You can see just inadvertent, but a little contact with the hip.
Underneath, reverse layup by Jackson after a nice entry.
Good read by Stockton, good cut by Jackson. Forces a timeout by Steve Kerr. So Jackson has contributed the last 5 for the Lakers after the Warriors cut it to a 3-point game.
102-94. By the way, Dwight has been passed. David Stockton now has 7 assists tonight to lead everyone. Boy, that runs in the genes, doesn't it?
Yeah. Trust me, he had a very good teacher.
Evans. And Stockton hopping up and down, trying to get the call to go the Lakers' way. Lakers lead 102-94. A couple of minutes to go. 7 Lakers in double figures, led by Norvell's 22. 5 Warriors in double digits. 17 for Curry, 16 for Lee tonight. Pascal muscles his way in for the bucket.
He took Antetokounmpo too deep, well under the basket when he tried to elevate to block that shot.
Back down to 6. Stockton running it over to Norvell. He gets it right back to Stockton. Got a pick by Antetokounmpo, who now rolls to the basket. We're going to get an offensive foul. No bucket. And that foul is on Kostas. Lakers have led the whole way, and now it's in jeopardy. Evans nearly lost it, battling the much smaller man, and he did. Little bunny hop out on top.
Got too anxious, moved that back pivot foot before the ball left his hand.
By the way, thanks to Mark Shaw and the Dubba for leading the great crew here tonight. Great to be back home at Staples Center. First of many for you on Spectrum Sportsnet. Jackson, step back 3. Got to get a bounce. Coming up on a minute. Poole gonna spin, tries to kick it back out. It'll be chased down by Pascal. Evans looks to attack, and he's tied up by Jackson and taken away by Jackson.
He's just one tough customer.
Leaves it for Norvell, but we're going to get another charge
On Jackson.
Yeah, as he was a little OC coming the other way.
You know, when you're coming down like that and you're going to pick up your dribble and pass, you have to, as soon as you pick up your dribble, start changing direction. Get another look at the steal by Jackson that led to the fast break, which led to the charge. with less than a minute to play, the Lakers, if they play the clock correctly, they should be okay.
Stick around for the post-game show. And again, we'll be here on Wednesday night. Another offensive foul. Down to the floor goes Devontae Caycock.
Caycock was right there. I had no chance of getting around him, just ran him over.
Pascal picks up the foul. Lakers in good shape. Up 6 with the ball, 40 seconds left. Jackson trying to work McKinney. He goes all the way off the glass. No, tipped up, put up, follow basket by Caycock. And that'll put it away, 104-96. With just 20 seconds left. McKinney fires from the corner. Caycock put box out rather. Taken by the Lakers. And what are they going to do, Stu?
Well, they should hatch it if they get it across midcourt.
And they throw it away, unfortunately. They were trying to. Poole, quick shot, no. 6 seconds left. Tipped up and in. Lee will get credit for the basket.
They don't even have to get it across midcourt, but they do, and it's over.
And the Lakers win this preseason game, 104-98.
Typical preseason game, especially when you don't have your star players out there.
The two big stars and 5 key rotation players, including them, not playing tonight. And of course, no Draymond Green and no D'Angelo Russell for Golden State. But the Lakers win it tonight. Plenty to talk about on the post-game show. For Stu and Mike, I'm Bill McDonald. So long from Staples Center. 104-98 is our final. Make sure to catch our next telecast. It's coming up in a couple of days on Wednesday night. We'll be right back here 7:30 when the Lakers take on these same Warriors. Time now to check in with the studio for Access Sportsnet. Lakers driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. Enjoy Tuesday. We'll see you Wednesday.